Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Social Studies, and today's video, I am recording my summarization about our topic in Unit 3.
Unit 3, Developmental Theories and Other Relevant Theories. Week 7, Topic, Moral Development Theory. Theory of Moral Development by Lawrence Kohlberg, 1927 to 1987. Lawrence Kohlberg, a psychologist who was born in Bucksville, New York, taught for many years at Harvard. His theory of moral development builds on the work of Jean Piaget. Piaget believed that children are born without a moral consciousness, but from the ages of 4 to 7, roughly develop the first stage of morality, in which they see justice and rules of behavior as fixed in the grand scheme of things, beyond any human control. The second stage, which many children have reached by 10 or so, they see rules and laws as made by human and somewhat flexible, depending on the intent of those who may break them.
Kohlberg defined 3 levels of moral development. Each level has 2 distinct stages.
Kohlberg believed that moral development depends on moral reasoning and learned in 3 levels. The levels are Level 1, Pre-conventional morality, Level 2, Conventional morality, Level 3, Post-conventional morality. Stage 1, Obedience and punishment, behavior driven by avoiding punishment. Stage 2, Individual interest, behavior driven by self-interest and rewards. Stage 3, Interpersonal, behavior driven by social approval. Stage 4, Authority, behavior driven by obeying authority and conforming to social order. Stage 5, Social contract, behavior driven by balance of social order and individual rights. And lastly, Stage 6, Universal ethics, behavior driven by internal moral principles. Kohlberg's theory has been criticized for emphasizing moral thoughts more than moral behavior. Gilligan, who was Kohlberg's student at Harvard, has also criticized his justice perspective as a male-oriented view and offered as a feminist counterpart. The care perspective, which views moral development in terms not of individual rights but rather of people connectedness with others. The care perspective emphasizes the relationship with and concern for others as the context of moral development. Not all feminist writers agree with Gilligan. However, some find that qualities of both perspectives exist in both males and females to varying extents, and that the two perspectives are not mutually exclusive.
Kohlberg thought that people never progress beyond the middle level.
Week 8, Topic, Sociocultural Theory. Vygotski's sociocultural theory grew from the work of seminal psychologist Lev Vygotsky, who believed that parents, caregivers, peers, and the culture at large were responsible for developing high-order functions. According to Vygotsky, learning has its basis in interacting with other people. Once this has occurred, the information is then integrated on individual's level. Socioculture focuses not only on how adults and peers influence learning, but also on how cultural beliefs and attitudes affect how learning takes place. Scaffolding is Vygotsky's term for the appropriate assistance given by the teacher to assist the learner accomplish a task. By Vygotsky, more social in focus did not propose stages but emphasized on cultural factors in cognitive development. Stressed the role of language in cognitive development. For Piaget, more individual in focus believed that there are universal stages of cognitive, did not give much emphasis on language. Piaget and Vygotsky. Social interaction. Piaget's work on Piagetian tasks focused heavily on how individuals' cognitive development become evident through the individual's own processing of the task, while Vygotsky, on the other hand, gave more weight on the social interaction contributed to the cognitive development of individuals. For him, the social environment or the community takes on a major role in one's development. Culture. Vygotsky believed in crucial role that culture played on the cognitive development of children, while Piaget believed that as the child develops and matures, he goes through universal stages of cognitive development that allows him to move from simple exploration with sense and muscles to complex reasoning. For language, is opening the door for learners to acquire knowledge that others already have. Learners can use language to know and understand the world, solve problems. Language services a social function, but it also has important individual function. Vygotsky believed in the essential role activities that when listening passively. Week 9. Topic: Ecological Theory. The ecological system theory was developed by Yuri Bronfenbrenner. Bronfenbrenner believed that as a person's development was affected by everything in their surrounding environment. He divided the person environment into 5 different levels: the microsystem, the mesosystem, the exosystem, the macrosystem, and the chronosystem. Bronfenbrenner came up with a simple yet useful paradigm, showing the different factors that exert influence on an individual's development.
Bronfenbrenner identified 4 systems within which children exist that would combine to have an impact upon how they grow and develop.
First, microsystem is the system closest to the person and the one in which he has direct contact. 2. Mesosystem. This layer serves as the connection between the structures of the child's microsystem. 3. Exosystem. This layer refers to the bigger social system in which the child does not function directly. 4. Macrosystem. This layer is found in the outermost part in the child environment. The microsystem includes the cultural values, costumes, and laws. 5. The chronosystem. The stage of life that the individuals is regarding the situation they're going through. Biological system theory presents child development within the context of relationship system that comprise the child environment. It describes multiple parts, layers of environment that has effect on the development of the child. Environment of the child affecting of child development. But we're not just looking the environment alone. We must look also the larger environment whereas the child has a day-to-day interaction.